All right, it's the heat of summer now here in Baltimore, and it's just blazing. Like today is like 90 degrees, high humidity, and I'm sweating. It's terrible, it's terrible. So with this in mind, I wanted to share with you some other approaches to making iced coffee, cold brew type coffee, that's really easy and efficient to do. So let's get to it. All right, this is the BonaVita coffee maker. Now this particular model is the very first one ever produced. It came up probably like 10 or more years ago, so it's not the most modern, it's not the most high-tech, and that's the thing, you don't need high-tech, modern equipment to make great coffee. So I'm gonna show you using this one. So basically this brewer, and you could use anything like a Mr. Coffee, whatever you have at home. Don't go out and buy stuff, just use what you have. Now if you are gonna buy something, buy one of these, they're pretty good. The key importance for this one, and for any brewing, is that you have the right temperature of water, the right quantity of water, as well as the right quantity of coffee, and then the right amount of time for brewing. This particular brewer holds about 40 ounces of water. So we're gonna use our normal metric of 2 grams per finished ounce, which means we're gonna need 80 grams of coffee. I've already got that pre-ground. So we're gonna take the coffee, and this particular brew basket uses Melita style filters, so we're just gonna get that prepared, do a little folding of it so that it sits flat, and then just pour it all in. We've got a nice medium grind here. The really nice thing about the BonaVita is that it will get the coffee to the proper temperature, about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's really the key to making great coffee. Now that we've got our coffee in the basket, we need some ice. As you can see, I have taken the carafe and filled it with ice. Now here's something to remember, I'm using half crescent type of cubes. Water, when it freezes, expands, and also the water doesn't fit tightly together as ice cubes. So there's a lot of air gaps. So even though it looks greater than half the amount of water, it's really only half the amount of water. So we're using about 20 ounces by weight of ice cubes. We're gonna add our coffee, and then we're gonna add 20 ounces of water into the brewer to make the coffee. Here we go. All right, it should be doing its thing now, so let's see what happens. Oh, there we go, some rumbling. Something that you want to consider is the kind of coffee that you're using. The actual coffee blend and roast profile really makes a great impact on the quality of your cold brew coffee. So for this one, we're using our Perla Negra from Spro Coffee. This one is a beautiful anaerobic process coffee. The anaerobic process actually gives it a milkiness that I think is just deliciously beautiful. And we've been using it for our cold brew here at Spro since about 2015. Ooh, it's a pretty hot day today. Oh my goodness. So all of the water has now been heated and transferred into the basket. So I'm gonna pull this off, whoa, so we can see what's going on here. Now, as you can see, the coffee bed is totally saturated, and now the liquid, the coffee, the brewed coffee now, has kind of stopped flowing. Oh, it's still flowing. So as you can see, it's still flowing, and we're getting a good amount of volume here at the bottom. The key to this kind of brewing is understanding the basics. What we're trying to do is replace half the volume of the water with ice to use as a cooling medium during the brewing process. Now you could take this technique and export it to any kind of brewing method to make iced coffee wherever you are, however you want. Now there's still a bit of brewing liquid inside the basket here, so it's just gonna take a few more minutes while it finishes to fully drain through, and then we can finally enjoy our coffee. Now, if you have any questions about coffee brewing or coffee in general, drop them down below. If you need love advice, drop that down there too. I'll see what I can do about it. Looks like the coffee is just about done. So we're gonna get rid of this. And now we're gonna come back with our glass of ice and see how it tastes. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. The Perla Negra gives us nice sweetness, Great round, medium bodied. Chocolate notes. And then a really nice milky character, as though you put milk into it. So you really don't need milk. Now, if you really want to add milk and sugar, you know what, it's summertime. Why not? Why not? All right, that's what I have for you today. Thanks for tuning in.